Hey guys, it's Jessica, and today I'm going to share with you a comparison, maybe they're dupes for each other video, of two different loose powders. One is a favorite that I've loved for a while now, the Laura Mercier loose setting powder, and it's in the shade Translucent. But the other one that a lot of people have been asking me how it compares to the Laura Mercier one is this CoverFX one called the Perfect Setting Powder. These were both sent to me, so I'm really not biased in this way. It's not a sponsored video at all. I'm really gonna give you my honest opinion on both of these. So I have a demo of me applying these. If you want to only see the demo of these side by side, I will put the timestamp here on the screen as well as a clickable timestamp down below. If you want to hear about these products and the claims they have, the prices and comparisons, let's go ahead and talk about that right now. So the Laura Mercier one, I'm on Sephora's website, it's $38 compared to the CoverFX setting powder, which is $35. So there's a difference of $3. The Laura Mercier is 1 ounce, and this one is, no way. Oh my gosh. So this is 1 ounce. This is only 0.35 ounces for $35. And if you're thinking grams, that might be easier to understand. 29 grams in the Laura Mercier for $38. For $3 less, you're only getting 10 grams. So it's almost triple the amount for $3 more. That is so surprising to me, but now that I'm like looking at the packaging, it makes sense because this is filled. This is only filled to here because there's a little sifter. So, wow, let's talk about the packaging. So the CoverFX one, the lid twirls off. Now what I love about this packaging is this is built in. So it actually stays on. So you still have all the powder there, but it clicks, oops, you can see it flying. It clicks in, and so then it's protected. So it's awesome for travel. It doesn't get everywhere. It's awesome just generally, so when you open it, there's not powder flying. So that I think is amazing. It's such a smart design. The Laura Mercier one, you open it and it's got like this kind of mattified. I do think the packaging looks nicer on this, but of course it is just open. So there's a huge risk of when you open it, powder just squirting everywhere, etc. Now these both, the lids screw on really tight for both of these. So I mean, if you're traveling with it, it's not gonna like open and spill into your bag unless you just didn't screw the lid on. So there's, I mean, they're both fine for travel, but I do think the packaging of the CoverFX one with that flip out part is really smart. All right, I love doing these videos. This is like fun, like I'm researching with you guys. So I'm on Sephora's website with the CoverFX. So let's read the claims of this. So it says, it's an ultra translucent loose powder that sets makeup for all day wear while imparting a soft focus airbrush finish. That's why I've loved the Laura Mercier. So they both have that same idea where it really softens your look. It kind of, if you feel like you've got like splotchiness, or maybe you feel like your contour's a little, like it's sticking out and it's not blended well with your blush and your highlight, you know, this is a great way if you just kind of dust it on your face. It really does soften and blur your look. If you're nervous about using setting powders, you want ones like this, not necessarily the white setting powders, because those are the ones that can, not always, but can look like there's flashback or there's, you know, just kind of cakiness and it's like, why is my face so much paler? These don't do that. These are really amazing and kind of foolproof. All right, so again, still the CoverFX one. It says this ultra lightweight loose setting powder is consciously formulated without talc for an incredibly translucent finish that sets makeup for all day wear, minimizes transfer without adding any color to the skin or overpowering your foundation finish. That is one thing, you know, if you want a glowy look but you still want to set it, this does a great job, both of them do, at setting your makeup without completely taking away that nice dewy finish. It definitely does take a little bit away, but you can still see your skin, you can still, you know, it really does a nice job. Ideal for the baking makeup technique, this setting powder is formulated with light diffusing particles that blur and smooth for a skin perfecting airbrush effect, doesn't look chalky or dry, features universal shades for a translucent finish on all skin tones. So it has this one, which is for light medium, and then they have medium deep, which is a, you know, it's a much deeper tone. So I think that is awesome that it has more than one shade, because then, you know, if you've got a much deeper skin tone, you're looking at this like, okay, no, that's gonna make me look like a ghost. They have an option that works. And again, they're both translucent, so it doesn't need to match your skin tone, but it's nice to have one that's a lot closer to your skin tone than not. So I think that was so smart of them. So now let's read the Laura Mercier claims. It says, a cult favorite, it's an award winner, silky powder with a touch of sheer coverage to set makeup for lasting wear. So it locks in makeup for long-lasting wear. They both do. And if you saw, I did do an Instagram post like sponsored by Laura Mercier a couple months ago. There was so much drama around that. It was crazy. Anyway, but where I had lipstick on my hand, and then when you put this powder on it and you like push and wipe, it does not move. And the idea is that these types of powders really do an amazing job of keeping your foundation in place. It does not move. It is so amazing. Like you could literally go and wipe it and it doesn't move. It doesn't add any weight or texture, creates a modern matte finish with a touch of sheer coverage. It absorbs oil, reduces shine. So this does not have those claims. So I do think these are very, very similar, and you'll see that in the demo. It's almost undetectably different. But I do think this does a better job of letting your skin kind of breathe through it, whereas this does mattify. So if you don't want more matte skin, you might want to opt for the CoverFX one. The powder's a little denser than an average powder, providing super smooth, even application and blending, no flashback. This one specifically says no flashback. The CoverFX one, I have not noticed any flashback with it either. I think it's interesting though that it doesn't say that it doesn't have flashback. Right? I mean, it just seems odd, but definitely not with the Laura Mercier. It's amazing. There's a lot of celebrity makeup artists that use this because there is no chance for flashback. You'll look great in photos, creates a soft focus effect to subtly blur the look of fine lines and imperfections. It will not settle into fine lines or pores and never looks cakey. Now, again, talking about my fine lines, I talk about them a lot under my eyes. Neither one of these, I mean, you can still see my fine lines. So I don't think that either one of them don't sink into fine lines. I think they do, but again, I haven't found one that doesn't anyway, so it's not really a surprise to me. Oh my gosh, guys, I was wrong. Laura Mercier has 2 shades as well. They have the lighter one and the deeper one. How did I not know that? That's awesome. So they have translucent and then translucent medium deep. So it's the same 2 tones. I feel crazy that I feel like they didn't used to have that. Maybe I just didn't look close enough. That's awesome though. Oh yeah, okay, it says the just released translucent medium deep shade was designed to be completely translucent on medium deep to the deepest skin tones, ensuring that every skin tone gets a perfectly flawless translucent finish. So that's awesome. I like to wear these typically today. I typically like to wear these before I put on blush and highlighter and bronzer because it does a great job of setting the foundation underneath. So that way when I go to put on a blush, it doesn't just get stuck on an area that happens to still be tacky. So I love that for this, but you can also top your makeup with it just to kind of make it all look a little more seamless. So either way, or you could do both, but that's just kind of the way I do it. Let's go ahead and get into the demo of me applying these on 2 different sides of my face. So let's try these 2. I'm gonna use this in 2 ways. I'm gonna kind of bake with it, not bake. I'm just gonna really set my under eye, but I'm gonna use a beauty blender, so I'm not gonna do all the contouring and stuff. And then I'm just gonna set with just a powder brush the rest of my face. That's how I use it naturally. So I wanna be, you know, kind of authentic with you guys and not, you know, if there are a lot of other people that use it in a lot of ways differently than me. All right, so I actually have 2 different concealers on as well. I've got too many variables going on in this science experiment. But I have the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer over here and the Tarte Shape Tape over here because I'm also doing another video. So I'm just gonna kind of lightly set this area with powder. And then I'm gonna do the same with the different part of the Beauty Blender for this side. So I'm gonna leave that on for just a little bit. It's not perfect, that's okay. But I am going to take a powder brush now. I kind of lightly tap it off because I don't need a ton for this Laura Mercier. I'm just gonna kind of set the rest of my makeup with it. So I like doing, you know, pretty much everywhere because these really do make a difference in how long your foundation stays. I'm trying to only stay on that side. This side and just kind of set. I don't have a ton on my brush because I don't really need a ton, but I do like how this totally makes a difference in how long your foundation stays on. So my skin is definitely mattified. Let me kind of zoom in here. You can certainly see dry skin on both sides. That's more my skin than anything, but I feel like it's a little bit drier on this side than this side. Like the fine lines are a little bit more pronounced on this side. That could just be my eyes are different, you know, but I do feel like it is a little bit drier. Everything else pretty much looks the same. I think, end of the day, this one's a little bit more mattifying than this one. price-wise, you're getting way, way more. 3 times as much with the Laura Mercier. They both have those 2 different skin tones, so that doesn't really matter. You know, you could go either way with it. I do like the packaging of the CoverFX one with that lift-off thing. So there's definitely a lot of pros for both, hardly really any cons for either one. It's kind of just which brand you want to buy, or really if you want to just get more bang for your buck. So both good. I know, like, I don't know if this video is helpful or not, because when there's not that many differences between them and they're so similar, and price-wise they're, I guess, the same, but really not if you really think about it. It's hard to know if this was helpful for you guys. So let me know if it was. I love doing these comparison kind of videos. I'm filming a bunch of these today just because I was in the mood to like do some research and compare different products side by side. I'm wearing 2 different concealers today. What else am I doing? What else did I do? I'm wearing, well, I guess I'm not wearing 2 different foundations. I'm wearing a Neutrogena one, but I applied it 2 different ways. So if those videos are up, I will link them because like I said, I filmed a bunch today. If not, stay tuned because they'll be up very soon. I hope you'll subscribe in the meantime and catch me on my social media, which is right up there, and say hi. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.